I wasn't joking, by the way, about the Moogle punching. He'll heal, but I'm afraid it's going to take a while. The Moogles can probably help. Oh, good luck, Vincent. Okay, it's the same thing. We can never go home. Miss has been waiting for you for a long time. Okay, now, what is... As you can see, Sid is... No, yeah, it said Miss has been waiting for you for a long time, not Sid, right? I think I've already forgotten that. As you can see, Sid is yet fully recovered from his bout with Serampane, and there is no telling how much more time he will require. But my quest will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without their assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? Yeah, I guess. Let's get this over with. Then we are of one mind. Now then, where shall we begin our search? Well, I mean, the order we're going in... The hinterlands? Or, as is law... War is perhaps the greatest source of man's misery. So much death and destruction. A battlefield, perhaps. Yes, yes. Oh, the slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Oriens is precisely that of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. If I had it my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But again, it's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help you reclaim your aether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. As for me, I think I've finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. When you've finished in Garabanya, come and find us at the Forgotten Night. Nis cares for us all, in his own way, but you most of all, I think. Don't get cocky. That little bastard's a handful and a half. All right. I knew at some point it would have to get into Stormblood zones. I just kind of figure... Because I want to say I remember... Well, the only thing I really remember from this questline is... was a fight that took place somewhere in Garabanya. Castrum Oriens, how it buzzes with life. So many brave soldiers resolve to do their duty no matter the cost. We have no doubt there will be a cost. Oh God, but have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high, for no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. Huh. Well, this is an interesting little spot to dart off to. Galleon. That sounds familiar. Come to share the fire? I would stand to greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, the whole of me is not what it once was. Lavenza, I know that name and that voice. By Ralger, you're still alive. Praise him, praise him. Who is this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, nay, though I am flattered that you would think so. This woman made medicine for me long, long ago, at the behest of Captain Meffred, when we were still in Quarry Mill. Is this the dude who played the Griffin's double? If I had kept it all for myself, I'd have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see, and so I made a choice. He got better, I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin, he did. Oh! So this is... Wait. Am I misremembering? I thought the dude that worked for the Griffin was the guy that we gave, or we got all that stuff to make the medicine for, or whatever. But maybe he wasn't. He was and just gave it to that dude. And we, just because the way the dialogue worked, we were led to believe it? I don't remember. Okay, ended up working for the Griffin, he did, as a right-hand man even. But like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. The irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so I sit here, awaiting the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out, the husk of the freedom fighter I aspired to be. No, no, this is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. The man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save at the cost of his own, that man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... I guess. Give it a go. Do you wish to see him again, your dear friend? Howdart? Aye, more than anything. But there's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double, and one of his 2 commanders besides. You're a kind boy, you are, and I'm grateful for the company in these twilight hours. But there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time is nearly spent. Then spend the remainder thinking of better days, Galleon, and not dwelling on the deaths of me and mine. God, strike me down. Howdart? No, no, it cannot be. This is not more than a trick, an illusion, a lie. But even if it is a lie, hear me, Howdart. I have a favor to ask of you. One final favor for a dying fool. Return to the Reach, to Bloodstorm. Offer our prayer to our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. To Bloodstorm. I don't know what that is. We should talk outside. Oh, we should talk outside. I was thinking we should talk outsider. Will you go with Howdart? He has to make it. I've not left but this. Man, I forgot how much... Like, I knew that the quest harkened back to some of the things you did. But I didn't realize, like, there was this much kind of treading of old territory. Like, actually meeting people that you've met through the MSQ. And again, this is another reason why, like, as much of a daunting... thing, I can't think of the word, as daunting as it can be to get through all of the MSQ, it's because of your requirement to go through the MSQ, that they're able to make these effectively side stories. Although they're, they can be a bit of main stories to your character as well, if you're that attached to a given job. That they can do these type of things with it. Because this would hold no context to you whatsoever if you didn't do the MSQ. I have to believe. I have to believe. To Mefred and Galleon, you are larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are. Though I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? If only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then Galleon wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed, so I'll not be any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. We will have to rely solely on you for protection. I have no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off. Yeah, I mean, this just is a great storyline, and it's really... I mean, it really does play into, or it's... Every once in a while, the question gets brought up on Reddit or whatever of kind of the idea of, like, what job would be canon for the Warrior of Light. And all this stuff with the Dark Knight, I think just... I don't recall any MSQ characters coming back around in the other jobs, but then again, I didn't remember it for the Dark Knight either, but... The Dark Knight actually delves into your character, though, more than I think any of the other ones do. As much as I did enjoy just one-shotting mobs out in the overworld, it is kind of nice to now be in areas where, it's not so. There actually is some work to be done. Strong as ever, huh? Stronger even than you were that day, I reckon. They say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a woman hailed as the hero of Eorzea? A woman who had personally intervened in their lives for the better. Some stood their ground and died then and there for it, I imagine, while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperials to kill. I pray I wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owed you better. I don't know. Do we know for sure what happened to him? I would assume not, otherwise they wouldn't have dialogue like this. Howdart, speak to me. I'm fine. Just got dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry. Do you hear me? We have to make it to the Reach. Howdart has to stay strong. He has to remember what's at stake. I made a promise to Galleon. I will not fail you, brother. It cannot be the distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet. A man's memories cannot outlive him. Oh, I told you, he hasn't got much time, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me. Well, dude, like, I've got a multi-seater mount. I mean, I've got a flying car, for cripe's sakes. Just let me throw you in the back of that and we'll make it there quick. No, I will not allow it. He will endure. We will fulfill Galleon's wish. So close. Howdart, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Howdart. Don't you think I know that? He lived my life, and we all went and died for naught. For naught. All we ever wanted was to go home. Oh, come ye wayward brothers, bereft of hearth and home. Beneath yon burning star there lies a haven for the bold. Raise up your hands and voices. Let fill your hearts with pride. Above the churning waters we stand strong and unified. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home. I think this whole stopping to, like, motivate him, it's like... Now, granted, he's an well, I mean, we've fought with one of these illusions, so... I was going to say, well, he's an illusion, so maybe we can't actually, like, pick him up ourselves and go. But... He fell and would not rise. He began to shake and he was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods to tempt us with this promise of redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. Ooh. Forgive me. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance and I squandered it. Reclaim that which was yours. See, this is getting me to think if he really is just us, maybe, like, you know, instead of like the anger that Frey was or whatever, he's like kind of a more childish side to us, or the like the immature side of ourselves that you know, lacks patience and wisdom, and you know, it's like I'm getting the feeling this is all coming to us coping with the fact that we're not able to save everybody. You know, dealing with the limits of our own power. As the aether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. It is not finished, not yet. You will come and pray with me. I respect the fallen app Bloodstorm. I just don't... Is that just the big kind of, like, altar or whatever at the... Or it's looking like it. At the center? Oh, yeah, you can't fly. If that's the case, then I'm sure Lise said this is Bloodstorm when we took the tour, but I had forgotten. And thusly adds more, I guess, credence or more symbolism or whatever it is to the name Stormblood for the expansion. Here's where we are to pray to the dead. What good are prayers to the dead? They have not ears to listen, nor eyes to see, or hearts to console. Not remains of them save fleeting recollections soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces consigned to oblivion. How are we to understand this relentless onslaught which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all men must die? Well, I mean, that's, again, like if you want to look at it almost from like a nihilist perspective, I think that's, it's clinging on to, onto the goodness of those memories. And knowing that they will fade eventually, but they at least live on for as long as you live on. I mean, if nothing else, that's I don't know if you call it like a motto or a creed or like just some type of motivation to keep going, is if for not yourself, then, for the memory of those you care for. Yeah. Is this our world to suffer or to shape? What will you say? The world is what we make of it. I by my sword, that is my truth. Such is the God's design. Yeah, no, I would go by the first one. I mean, I'm not religious myself, so I think, and I think even if I were to role play this, I don't think my character, I mean, much like myself, it's not even that I don't believe in a god or gods. It just, I have no relationship with them, and all I can do is just live, go on, do the best I can, be the best I can, and, what will be will be. Indeed, we are only bound by the God's law by choice. Yeah. We cannot save everyone, can we? That's what I was talking about. Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What if aught have we wrought by our own hands? One last time, I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. Every intervention has come at cost, a sacrifice. Because he is that Aether. I'm just thinking, I wonder if well, and I should have vocalized that. I wonder if we'll find out how all of this even came to be, how he even came to be. I'm gonna cause a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death, our true enemies, need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask. Okay, what now? We should go back to Ishgard. You must miss Sid and Rial. I mean, if what I'm thinking is true, that he is literally the Aether from our crystal, just made manifest. I mean, essentially in the way that he is making these other memories manifest. But then what is this world he speaks of? Frey did say something about, like, they'll be back, or we'll call for them again, or something. And I wonder if this is just that. If this is just Frey talking to us again. I mean, I don't know yet, but so far this feels like this is all just super, super deep. I mean, it was already, like, very heady, very psychological and everything before. You know, at least the 30 to 50 bit. But this is feeling like it's delving even deeper. Is everything all right, Lavenza? Lavenza, I pray your trip to Garabanya was productive. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you Actually, yeah, did we, I don't see him here. I didn't even think to look. Missed. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your Aether. I but wish the circumstances hadn't been so depressing. For Mist's sake, we shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. No, as far as I am aware, he has yet to return to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see. Oh, gods damn it. Don't tell me he decided to run away, and just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard. No, I could still be wrong. He's earned a little trust. A few days' worth, no more. Man, this storyline. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was phenomenal. So we did the Dark Knight Stormblood quests and started into 4.1. And again, between the Dark Knight stuff and the Fordola stuff in 4.1, this was just with story tonight, just a game. So yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see this stuff live because it's amazing, link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one.